My name's Vince Farquharson. I'm executive producer for Atari, and I'm based in our Eden Games studio in Lyon, France, working on Test Drive Unlimited 2. Test Drive Unlimited 2, obviously a sequel to Test Drive Unlimited 1. So there was a number of things that that game did, but we were obviously looking to build upon. So it was one of the first games really to have this kind of idea of having a single player and a multiplayer experience which sort of blended. So you didn't pick single player or pick multiplayer. You just started the game, you're playing your single player campaign, and you come across other players in multiplayer games and you can kind of interact with them. So we're doing a lot of that again. Obviously improving upon the single player, improving upon the multiplayer. It was an open world game, which meant a couple of things. So it was open world in terms of you could see to the horizon, you could see off the road and across, you know, the mountains and that sort of stuff. But you could actually drive there. It wasn't just what you could see. It was physically being drawn, you could interact with it, you could go wherever you wanted, which was quite unique. Now we've got Ibiza and Hawaii in there, so we've now got over 3,000 kilometres of road with the two different islands there having different types of terrain as well. And we've also got 900 kilometres of off-road for the new off-road vehicles that we've got in the game which weren't in there before. When you're in the game world, you only ever actually see 8 people at any one time, but because you're moving around and those 8 people are changing, to the player it's kind of as if you're seeing hundreds. And like I say, you can kind of favour which ones you see as well. So it feels like a big populated world, even though we're doing, you know, developer magic to make sure we can still draw lovely cars. We've got the outer car mode now, which is completely new, so we call that avatar mode. It means you can kind of get out, interact with people. You have an avatar that you can dress and kind of, you know, interact and talk with people in any kind of shared space. Like if you go into a driving school, you're going to be meeting other players in that driving school. If you go into a shop, you're going to meet other players in the shop, so that's quite fun. For this game, we've completely rebuilt the handling model, the handling physics from complete scratch. The one we used in the first game was kind of what would be used on previous Eden games, so the V-Rally games, if people are familiar with those, it was used on that. But what this new model has allowed us to do is be much more flexible in terms of what we can do, and it's really, that's the reason that we've been able to do the off-road vehicles, which weren't really, you know, going to work with the old handling model. And the other thing we've been able to do as well is kind of catch a nice balance between this arcade and simulation handling, which we've always tried to do. So the first game was like halfway in between, exactly down the middle. What this game now allows us to do is the same, but the simulation is much stronger, so we allow players to kind of tweak it a bit and they can go much more into the simulation and have it feel more realistic. Likewise, push it back down into the arcade if that's what they prefer, and still have it based upon a really sound physical model and feel credible. If we do bikes, we're going to put as much time and effort into doing the bikes as we did to doing the new car model, and that would be effectively like a whole mini project in itself. So we didn't want to just throw them in and get them out for launch. It was, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right, and do it properly. And if the players ask for it and want it, then it'll be on our plans to do. But one of the things we really want to do is encourage players to interact with us and tell us what they think should be going in there. So there's this kind of flexibility that we have in the plan at the moment that will become clearer once players start playing it and tell us what they want. It's got a levelling system that's sort of akin to a traditional MMO, I guess. So in the box product that we ship, we've basically got 60 levels, and there's 4 different aspects that you can kind of use to power up those levels, if you will. We've got the competition, which is you know, the obvious stuff, the head-to-head racing, that side of things. We've got the social aspect, which is just meeting with people, hanging out with people. You can score points for that. We've got discovery, which is like discovering the roads, discovering parts of the island, and collection. So the more cars you get, the more houses you get, and all of those have their own individual levels, but they all feed into a global level, which the players then power up as they go through the games. It's not just about driving the car, it's about the lifestyle of someone who can afford to buy this car and drive it. So we try and emulate all that. So you've got the cool car with its amazing performance, and you can go into races with it, but you also have the house that goes with it, the clothes that goes with it, the lifestyle that goes with it, and the social group and prestige that goes with it. It's about trying to emulate the whole package. Test Drive Unlimited 2 is coming to PS3, Xbox 360 and PC in Q1 2011.